People love banking on nostalgia, and Skater Boy's pretty nostalgic.
And hey, Skater Boy still gets people going,
Yeah, of course.
especially us white people, man.
uh,
Us white people love Sweet Caroline and Skater Boy.
there's two kinds of.
We're either like Avril Lavigne and crying or Neil Diamond and drinking.
Oh, it's been so hot here in LA. Is
Oh
it hot
yeah.
there?
It's hot and it's smoky. It's not as hot as it was.
Oh, there's fires going on?
Oh dude, yeah, no, it's fucking bad over here. I mean, today it looks like it's a little better. I haven't really been outside yet today, but the last few days has just been awful.
I guess I haven't been updated on that. I haven't seen that. That's terrible. There's
Yeah, I
fires
was
again.
actually just gonna ask you because I know California and Oregon aren't too far from each other. So
Yeah.
you guys haven't had any fires or anything like that?
I think we have. I just haven't been following it. Not in LA, obviously, all this city, but I think yeah, by
Hmm.
the mountains and stuff. I think there are
Yeah,
fires again. It's because of this heat. It's like been so hot. We've
yeah.
been in a heat wave. Like it came and went. Like last week, it was really nice, and
Hmm.
then it's just because the next heat wave was coming. So
Hmm.
it's incredibly hot. Like I have to turn my AC off when we do these sessions because my AC is so loud. So
Oh
hopefully
no.
I just don't die. Like it's already so hot right now, and it's like an oven. It's annoying because it's only in one corner of my apartment, and then the other corner has like this vent that's just blowing hot air that circulates through the whole building. So it's such an old building, so it's just like
Oh shit.
hot and
Yeah.
cold, and it doesn't circulate well in my apartment, and I hate it.
Yeah,
It's so
my
uncomfortable.
house it's kind of like the same thing. Like the living room is nice and air conditioned, but it's an old ass house. My room I have like three different fans going on.
Yeah, I need to invest in fans. I haven't
Yeah.
gotten one yet.
Yeah.
I need to get some of those. It's so uncomfortable this summer. But
Uh-huh.
fall is coming, winter's coming. So, but aside from the discomfort of heat, we did it. We made another episode 3 weeks in a row now. We're almost
Yeah, dude.
back.
Yeah, we're
We're
back. We're
getting
back
there.
at it.
We're
Yeah.
getting there.
Yeah. No,
Um,
we're slowly but surely.
well, welcome to another episode of History of Popcorn. Uh, Consider this your secret public movie club. We are a podcast that celebrates all things movies, and we give you the latest industry news as fresh and organic as we can. I'm going to have this memorized pretty soon, but I'm reading it right
Yeah.
now. We do movie
You're doing great.
reviews as well as revisit some older films. We have new episodes every Tuesday, usually, or every week. Um, and we are your hosts. I'm Elijah.
I'm Juice Stain.
And if you notice any snaps, crackles, or pops, or anything visually or audibly disturbing in this episode, it's because we do our sessions through Zoom, and that happens. But we thank you for sticking through that. What are we going to talk about today, Justin? How do you feel about the topics we have today?
I feel pretty confident.
Yeah, we go off on a few tangents this episode, but that's okay. That's
No,
okay.
hey, that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
We're very passionate this episode.
we are. We talk about a lot of nostalgia. We talk about a 2000s song that's being made into a
Uh-huh.
movie. I'm sure you're all excited about that.
Hey, why you gotta go make things so complicated?
Oh, I guess we'll go right into it then.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll ask you then what I ask you every week, Justin.
What's that?
What have you been watching or what have you been doing? I mean, I guess
Oh
you've been
man.
dealing with the fires.
Yes. Well, yeah, the fires have been like kind of making everybody depressed at work and going out wise, but I've been distracted by Better Call Saul.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
consumed your life now.
Yeah, I
For the
only have
last
three
6 weeks, it seems
episodes.
like.
Yeah, right. Dude, my coworker last night, I was watching an episode at work because it was pretty slow, and something happened, and I was just like, "Oh my fucking god!" And she was like, "So that's it, huh?" And I was like, "Oh no, I still have like 4 episodes left." She was like, "I feel like every week I see you, you're always on the last episode," and I was like, "Well, there's multiple seasons." I'm not like it's, but I literally only have 3 episodes left, and I don't know what to do with my life
Right.
anymore. Once that's over, I think I'm just gonna start watching Breaking Bad again. I
I'm,
don't
I'm
know.
I'm surprised kind of like, oh, yeah, what that person said too. It's like I feel like you've been watching it for a while because you're a notorious binger
Yeah,
of movies and shows and stuff. You
yeah,
get through them. Once you start them, you're like, I need to keep going.
yeah. That's
So,
how I am with me and this girl that I'm seeing. I showed her the first Nightmare on Elm Street. She's never seen it.
oh yeah.
And the second it was done, I was like, damn it, dude, we need to watch the second one. She had to get up early.
How many are there?
There are, oh my
5 or 4?
no, there are 6.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because there was a New Nightmare,
Right.
which some people don't really count it, but I mean,
But
like,
it's still what's his
yeah,
name, right?
it's still Freddy Krueger, but
I
it's
mean,
it's
who played him again? I can't think of his
yeah,
name now.
Robert England.
Yeah, it's still him, right? There's only
Yeah,
one where that's not him. That's the reboot with Jack Hill.
yeah, the reboot is terrible, but I think we're gonna try to watch that one too. Honestly, dude, last year I binged watched all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies,
Yeah.
and the one that I was least looking forward to was Freddy versus Jason. And, but dude, when I got to that movie's fucking hilarious. I love that movie.
I don't think I've
It's
seen
so
it through
bad.
all the way through, but
It's bad and it's cheesy. Of course, it's like early 2000s nonsense.
yeah.
But like the story is actually pretty fucking solid.
Hmm.
And like the just like how they combine the two characters in the worlds, it's actually pretty clever, but it's not a good movie, but
Right.
I had a lot of fun with it. That one I can't wait for her to watch because she loves Friday the 13th. She's watched all of those, but she's never gotten to Nightmare on Elm Street, which
Mm.
I think is insane because Friday the 13th, all those movies suck. But anyways, yeah,
I haven't seen those actually. I haven't seen any of those.
it's all the same pretty much. Nightmare on Elm Street movies, there's at least like there's always something different, or there's like a new theme, or like especially the second Nightmare on Elm Street movie is absolutely bonkers. But anyways, like you were saying, I digress. Yes, I binge the hell out of things. I can't especially once I'm really into it, I just can't stop. It's
Mhm.
really hard for me to, especially like if I can't like just take a break too. Like it's my life for a while. That's why I'm so nervous to ever watch like to go to the Marvel movies
Oh
because
yeah.
there's so many and the TV shows. Like I feel like we would have to have another pandemic for me to really do that. For me to
Right.
really get into it because
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have a life. But yeah, no, Better Call Saul has been consuming me though, and it's just amazing. Like Bob Odenkirk is just the best. Like
Mm.
he's such a, I just can't believe how like this turned his career. Like for him starting with writing Matt Foley sketches, the Chris Farley sketch, getting Van Down by the River, to directing Let's Go to Prison, to now being like a prolific actor, to then being an action star. His career is amazing. His
Yeah, he
career is
just recently
crazy.
said that if he had a say, he wants his career to be like Jackie Chan's now that he's getting older. I'm like, yeah, that's interesting. As you're older, you want to be like Jackie Chan because
That's interesting.
he likes to infuse comedy and action. He said so. He wants to do a lot more
Yeah.
action films. He said, which would be
Well,
really cool.
well,
Hopefully,
yeah.
we get
Well,
Nobody
better
too.
and Better Call Saul, like his performance is so fucking, it's so good because he's so funny. There's some intense situations. Like the last episode, something really crazy happens.
Hmm.
And even in that situation, like some of the things that he says, like just the writing, like the writers do such a good job where he can say something funny, but it's not like out of the moment. It's not like it doesn't like take you out like a Marvel movie does, like where
Hmm.
like something serious happened and I was like he's like doing like life or death. Like, is this the last thing I'm gonna say?
Yeah,
And like it's amazing. He's like it's a great show.
nice, nice.
Anyways, that's my Better Call Saul. Like I said, it's consumed my life.
Yeah.
It's all I talk about.
Well, if any of you guys are watching Better Call Saul, hit up Justin and talk about it because I don't watch
Do
it,
it.
so I can't really talk about it yet.
Yeah, do
Uh,
it. It's
mhm.
it's a great standalone show. It's probably it's the best spinoff TV spinoff since Joey.
That's great. Um, yeah, I just started that show, The Patient, with Steve Carell and Domhnall Gleeson.
Ooh, I want to see that so bad.
It's a good start. There's only 2 episodes, and it's a mini series, so we don't know what's going to happen. There's not going to be a second season, so I'm excited to see where it goes. But I don't really see Steve Carell in his character, which is good because I
That's
usually do.
good.
The only thing
Uh-huh.
that I notice is when he yells, even if it's in fear or something, when he yells, I just think Brick or
Right.
Michael
Or Michael
Scott.
Scott.
he doesn't have a very real scream
Right,
where he's
right.
yelling in fear. It's always kind of sounds comedic. But when he doesn't do that, he only does that a little bit in the first two episodes. But he's pretty subtle in this new one, and I like Domhnall Gleeson a lot. He's one of my
Oh,
favorite
dude, yeah,
actors. So
he's a great actor. I
yeah.
love that he nonstop, like right now, he's the king of bad wigs in Hollywood. Like every movie, every other movie that he
I
does,
think
he
he might be
has,
wearing a wig in this show too, because there's something
yeah,
about him that's like, okay. I think he has.
yeah,
Yeah, I think he does have a wig in this one because there is something kind of weird about the way he looks, where he's kind of in a character. But
uh-huh.
so far, the show is good. My only problem is the episodes are so short. They're like 25 minutes long, and I thought it was going to be like an hour an episode, but it's only
Interesting.
30 minutes an episode. And so they kind of get cut short. But I
Uh-huh.
like the way it's going. It's kind of funny that Steve Carell and Will Ferrell both came out with, I guess, I don't know, did The Shrink Next Door come out this year or last year?
That was last year. Yeah, that show was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I didn't make it through the first episode. Or I think I watched the first episode and I didn't continue after that. But it's funny
See,
that they
like
both
that,
ended up playing
right.
therapists at like a serious turnaround role.
Like I think it would have been better if it was reversed, like what you said with the patient, like the episodes being short, because that's
Mhm.
what I didn't like about the Shrink Next Door. The episodes are so fucking long.
Yeah, it was almost like they didn't
And
have to be. Yeah.
no, they did not have to be at all. It's so funny though, the patient. We watched The Office a lot
Hmm.
on at work, and we just had The Office on. And there's this one like it's like promoting the patient, and so
Oh
it
yeah.
goes from like Michael Scott doing like Steve Carell's Michael Scott doing stupid shit to then this super dark trailer, and it's
Yeah.
it's so funny seeing people's reactions to it. They're like, wait a second, is that Steve Carell? Because he doesn't even look like himself really
He
either.
doesn't look like it. Like I like there's scenes where he's acting. I'm like that. I don't see Steve Carell. That's
Uh
cool. He
huh.
looks older. Like he's really subtle.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a
He's
good
a
start.
great, yeah, he's a great actor.
He was my
He's,
favorite actor for a while
uh-huh.
when like when he started to do other projects like the way back, and I also liked Dan in Real Life and like a
Oh
few other
yeah,
movies. But then after a
dude.
while, he kind of went downhill again. I was like,
Well, yeah, he started taking those
he's
cheesy Oscar bait roles.
yeah, oh yeah, like that.
Beautiful Boy and Welcome to Marwen.
What is that one with Channing Tatum? That one actually wasn't that
Oh,
bad.
Foxcatcher. Well, that's what started it all.
Foxcatcher,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good
I
one. I
mean,
actually liked it.
technically Little Miss Sunshine, but I mean like that
He
that was
was
before
he was still
yeah, well that was
on there, wasn't he?
before 40-Year-Old Virgin and The Office.
Oh yeah, it was Crazy Stupid Love that made me be like,
Love
oh
that
okay,
movie.
there we go. That's
Oh,
one of my
dude.
favorite movies. Yeah,
That
that was like
movie is absolutely hysterical.
I
That
love it.
twist, if you I don't even want to spoil it. If you haven't seen Crazy Stupid Love, fucking watch that movie because there is something that happens in that you just don't see coming, and when it happens, it's literally the funniest, like one of the
Is it
funniest.
the fight scene
Yeah,
that everyone
it's
comes
the
together and finally
yeah
fights?
the big reveal. It's
Yeah,
it's it's done so well. It's such a well-made movie.
yeah, it
But yeah,
is.
no, I love his performance in the way back as well though. He's such an
Hmm.
asshole in that. He doesn't even like that's another movie. He doesn't even look like himself. They
Hmm.
didn't really do that much to him too, but he just like disappears in that character, and that character is just such a fucking prick. You just want to punch him.
Hmm. Yeah, he was my favorite actor for a little bit, but then he started to go downhill again.
Yeah. It seems like he's kind of choosing his roles wisely now.
Yeah,
He's just going off of that
because he's
Despicable Me money.
yeah, and I like those movies. Those movies are such funny slapstick. I actually have seen them all, and I enjoyed them all. I just don't like the explosion of memes that they all had. It's kind of
Yeah.
overboard, but hey, it's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, no, the minions have taken over the world.
Yeah, yeah. I wish they didn't that way because they're actually quality, and I think people disregard them because of how prevalent they are just as a meme now. But hey, not my problem. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's just good old classic slapstick. So what I think that's all I've been really watching. I mean, Reservation Dogs kind of picked up recently. The
Oh
episodes are
yeah,
getting
so
better
it's getting better.
a little bit. Yeah.
Nice.
Um.
Yeah, I still haven't watched that one.
Yeah, that's all right.
Dude, have you heard of really quick because I just looked into this. Have you heard of that movie The Whale with Brendan Fraser,
Yeah,
Darren Aronofsky?
yeah.
Oh
We
my
talked
god.
about it on an early episode
Yeah,
when it
I
was announced.
remember.
But now that they're actually releasing stuff about it, because it's coming out this December, I believe, or
Hmm.
November. I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, just that picture, and people are like saying like that he's like it's gonna like he's gonna at least be nominated for an
Yeah,
Oscar.
Brendan Fraser. Yeah, he already got an award for the.
Uh-huh.
I think it was, what is it, Toronto International Film Festival? I think it was. That's where
Yeah.
it premiered, and they're like they gave him an award already for like his performance. And the more I hear about this movie, the more I'm excited because they
Yeah.
like mentioned Darren Aronofsky was looking for an actor to reintroduce to the world,
Mm-hmm.
and Brendan Fraser was like, I felt like I needed and wanted to be reintroduced as
Mm-hmm.
who he is, because in a lot of the roles he's had, he's very hidden in the last few years,
Mm-hmm.
or very small. Like he's been on television shows where he's serious, but he's also in that DC show where he's a
Mm-hmm.
robot and you don't even see him. So
Yeah. Well, he was also in he's gonna show his villainous side in Batgirl, but they decided to
yeah,
axe
now we're
that
never
bad
gonna
boy.
see that. That was gonna be a big project for him too. But I'm glad
Yeah.
that he still has the whale, which I'm hearing more about is insane. It's like it takes place
Yeah.
entirely in one apartment. It's about a 600-pound obese man.
Well, I know the play because I didn't think it was the play because Darren Aronofsky, I would never honestly, I don't like Darren Aronofsky.
He's
I've
hit or
never
miss. Yeah.
yeah, I've never been a big fan of his shock style, you
Yeah.
know. But so that's why I thought it was like something different because I know about the whale because they did it here at Barnstormers a while ago.
Hmm.
I didn't ever saw it, but I mean, like I just heard
I don't
about
know. It
it.
was a play. Wow.
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube. I watched the whole thing and just watching it, it's like, oh my god, like I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's a fucking tough, it's a tough fucking show.
Yeah.
But it's like pretty funny and like there's like light moments, but overall it's disturbing, and I don't know how they're going to. I don't know how it's going to translate. I'm very curious how
I'm
they're going
very
to do it.
interested too. Yeah, Sadie Sink and Brendan
Yeah.
Fraser, father daughter movie.
Oh yeah. Anyway, sorry. That's another thing I've been looking at. I saw you tweeted actually recently about it. You were like, show the
Yeah.
fucking poster or
Yeah,
trailer.
everyone's talking about him. Just
Yeah,
give us more. Like,
I
stop
know.
talking about it. Show
I
us.
know. I
All
think
the
that it's
people.
premiering uh very soon. So hopefully once it premieres, then we'll get some stuff because I'm just curious how in the hell they're gonna do it because it's
Hmm.
like I said, it's a pretty rough show, and yeah, it's just all in one. It's all in the living room. Like it's in his apartment, but I mean, like it's mainly in his living room because he can't fucking move because
Yeah, he's way obese.
yeah, and it's fucking hardcore. So yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do that.
Yeah, that's been on our radar. That's definitely gonna be give us the Renaissance. It's gonna be the kickoff to it.
That's the kickoff to it.
He's
And
gonna
he even
be an
said
award
like
season.
yeah, and he even said like it might be the last time that he would ever do anything like that because it was
Or
so
yeah,
tasking.
yeah. It's he said it might be. It's like the first and last time that
Yeah,
he's gonna do something like this where
it should be
he's
awesome. I mean,
yeah.
like if
I
this is
think
like
he just means
seriously,
like if it's successful, maybe he'll be like this could fail terribly and he could never do it again, or it could go so well. I think that's
yeah,
what he has in mind. That he just put everything into it. He's like good or bad. If it's hated, it's like
uh-huh,
that's all I could do, kind of thing.
right,
So hopefully it's not the last time we see him. Well, I don't even know yet, but
right.
hopefully we get some
Well,
Brendan Fraser.
he's also going to be in that new Martin Scorsese movie along with every other person in the world.
Which one is that? Martin
Uh,
Scorsese?
yeah, it's oh shit, I can't remember what it's called. But
Flowers? Under the moon one? Or the
no,
Leonardo
yeah,
DiCaprio one?
yeah. Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, that got pushed a couple months. I wonder why, but yeah, I think Apple TV was doing it, producing it, and I'm kind of interested in that because they're going to
God
have a lot of native people in it, and
damn.
it's supposed to be oriented in that. Did you look at the budget?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, Apple TV is trying to give him his own passion project because Netflix gave
Good
him.
God. I mean, like it's understandable kind of with the Irishman. Why in the fuck is it 200 million?
The cast,
Yeah, no,
probably.
yeah. There's Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, uh, Brendan Fraser.
He's taking the most moolah, I bet. Just,
Yeah, yeah, Brendan Fraser.
I'll only do this if I get
He's-
paid more than Leo.
yeah.
That's what we've been watching. Let's get into some movie news, Justin.
Let's do it.
Oh, I'm hearing some stirrings and talkings. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's what they call it, but people.
Uh-huh.
Jordan Peele apparently has been saying that they're not. He's not done telling the stories of Nope, and he's answering
Hmm.
questions about people who were in the like storylines that didn't conclude. And that's how I felt, is like there's a lot of up in the air, especially with what you said about Stephen Young's character. But I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how they would do a sequel with his character, maybe a prequel sequel, something like
Mm-hmm.
that, flashbacks. But um, like I think I said, I mentioned it in our review of that. There's this footage of in the trailer of this man
Yeah.
walking in the studio backlot after everyone's running out from the Gordy situation,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a guy smiling and walking toward the chaos, and he's listed or credited as nobody on IMDb,
Mm.
but they cut that scene out of the movie, which is confusing to me. Um, which confused me, and they addressed it. He said they asked Jordan Peele, "What's the deal with that?" And he's like, "People." This is what he said. The direct quote is, "People are doing a lot of interesting detective work, is what's going on," said Peele. "The story of that character has yet to be told. I can tell you that." Which is another
Huh.
frustrating way of saying, "I'm glad people are paying attention." But it's like
Huh. That's
that.
kind of annoying.
Yeah, he took things out. Maybe I don't know what's going to happen if he's going to have like a TV show or something about. I don't know what's going to happen because he's also
That's
posting things about
so.
Gordy's home spin it like footage that he made that's not in the movie.
Uh-huh.
And then he also said, Peel said, "I do think that fans will get more answers to some of these things in the future. We're not over telling all of these stories." So if this is
Mm-hmm.
a two-part film, that's frustrating to me.
That is frustrating. That's annoying.
If because
That's
they're not doing what, like, if they were doing that, they should have announced a sequel like the next day, the way Dune did. Almost like Dune came out and then they were like, Dune Part 2 2 years from
mm-hmm.
now or whatever, so everyone's like, okay, well, obviously there's another one. But this one was too up in the air for it to be satisfying. Like I said, I wasn't
Uh-huh.
satisfied, and it's because I think he didn't want it. It's not a full film. It's not everything's there. He
Yeah,
took a lot of stuff out, and it looks like it too.
it does. No,
That
yeah,
that
no,
that's
it
so
does feel
weird to
that way.
me.
That
And
is
that
very
kind of
weird.
makes me feel weird like talking about it now in my review. Like, I mean, I still stand by everything I said, but it
Uh-huh.
makes sense now, which is the annoying part is it's not cool. Like, he just doing, well, I don't know what's going
Right.
on with him. Like, is he making, I don't know what he's coming up with next.
That's very pretentious
It's
too.
very weird.
I mean, like, it's understandable though, because the movie was already like 2.5 hours long. So he probably had to cut like a lot of shit. So
Right.
that's why the movie's probably like a little disjointed. But it's like also like, dude, you could have cut out a lot more.
Yeah,
Like
if he was going to
honestly,
do
even
that.
though the Gordy, I said this in the review, but I mean, like all the Gordy stuff, like that could have been taken out and wouldn't have it wouldn't have changed the movie too much, you know. I mean, it would have changed. Actually, that's not true. It would have changed the movie, but it wouldn't be something that was so. It wouldn't be noticeable, you know.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that happens to Stephen Young's character, you know, it can be translated just by him just being an arrogant child star,
Yeah.
and his death wouldn't be so pointless too, you
Hmm.
know, if the Gordy stuff was just like just taken out. But yeah, I don't know, like because that was when you mentioned that, because I never even noticed the dude walking into the
Yeah, it's a
onto the
very
set.
short moment in the
Yeah,
trailer.
yeah, I never noticed that until you mentioned it, and then I knew that is it. Fucking that is weird. And like if he does a whole ass movie just on that,
On
I don't know how he
The
could
Gordy
see it.
situation, I have no idea what's going to happen.
I mean,
Maybe,
like I could see that being a whole movie, but you know, it's like I don't know. I don't know. It
yeah.
just seems a little pretentious. Seems like
There's like a little, I have a little theory too, is that they are shooting something right now for
yeah.
something, because Brandon Pereira, the guy who plays Angel, posted a picture of him in a trailer with the angel emoji or something, and that's it. And either that's from production of when they do it, or he's back on set as Angel doing something for
Mm,
it. I'm not sure what they're doing though. I
uh-huh.
haven't, because I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what Jordan
Yeah,
Peele is doing. This is very strange.
he is very strange.
Maybe this is his Kill Bill. He's like part one and part two, but it's like if you were
Yeah,
gonna end it that way, at least say Nope part one at the end. That would have made people
yeah.
very excited, and
It's
that
kind of
would have
like
changed my mindset walking out of the movie of like, okay,
right.
there's gonna be more. Because at the time I was like, this is it. This is his project. Now I'm
Hmm.
like, why would he do? What is he doing?
Right,
I'm upset. Like, I'm smiling, but I'm upset.
right.
um. Yeah. So that's Nope. maybe they're talking about
That's nope.
they're talking about a sequel, maybe, which is just very frustrating. Like I said,
Yeah, that is frustrating. It's very weird.
but let's see. I think we talked about this a little bit.
Mhm.
I don't know if we did actually. Did we talk about Avril Lavigne making a movie based on Skater Boy?
No.
I'm sure everyone knows that song. It was huge.
We
When
would
did it
sing it,
come
but
out?
we don't want to be flagged.
Yeah, it's let me just tell you a story, okay? He was a boy, okay? He was a girl. I don't
Yeah,
know, can I
I
make it
can't.
more obvious?
I don't know. Can you?
He was a punk and she did ballet.
What
Yeah.
more? What more can you say?
Well, he wanted her and she but when did that song come out? It was like
It was like
early
2000s.
2000s.
Yeah. I want to say like
2002.
2002.
Yeah,
Ooh,
wow.
boom. Look at that.
So she talked about wanting to make a movie about this song a while ago, and it's coming up on 20 years now of its release,
Mm,
which is wild to me. I mean,
yeah.
I guess that's time. That's how it works. But she announced it a while ago, and it's getting closer to development. She announced that they found a director. They didn't say who the director was,
Uh,
but I also found
eh.
out that the music video was directed by Francis Lawrence, who did the Hunger Games, a couple Hunger Games movies, and
Ah,
I think he's coming out with some other movies right now too that sound interesting. But Francis Lawrence, who ended up being a really really big director, directed that project. He directed Red Sparrow. I think that's a what's Jennifer Lawrence movie.
yeah, that movie
That
was
movie was weird.
whack.
Water for Elephants, I Am Legend. So he started off as a music video director, which is how a lot of them do it. I think
Yeah.
he's doing the BioShock movie, which is based on a video game. Anyway,
Okay.
Skater Boy. She finally announced what the story would be, and it's basically what the song is. But I didn't really look at the story of the song until because I was really young. I just heard it all the time. But
Mm-hmm.
um, this is the synopsis of the movie. Skater Boy is about a girl who just who turns what is it called? It's a high school movie, and
Uh-huh.
it says it's about the missed opportunity at love, where a skater boy is in love with a preppy girl, and she's too cool for him, and then 5 years later,
Becomes
she's at home and
famous.
all alone, and he becomes famous, and it's about living in a society of expectations. Um,
Okay.
so it could be just a good high school movie. They don't know if, I mean, she's producing it. They don't know if she's going to be in it. Like, it'd be funny if she played the mom, but that'd also kind of be weird.
Oh
Um,
my God. I can already see the fucking trailer from producer Avril Lavigne.
yeah, I mean, we'll see what
Oh God.
happens. It's
It depends on who they cast. I don't really believe that's gonna be.
it's
I
gonna be
think this.
Addison Rae. Just kidding.
It's gonna be Steve Buscemi. Hello, fellow. What does he say? Hello, fellow young kids, or
Hello,
something.
fellow. Yeah. So yeah.
Uh, no, but he. I mean, he. Um, that could. I mean, like, it seems like a movie that should have been made like a while ago. You know, I mean, like we've seen that done so many times. So that's already a little weird, but it seems like it's gonna be one of those low budget straight to VOD
I don't know.
movies.
It seems like it's gonna get pretty hyped. It probably is gonna be Netflix drop or something. I could see it.
Yeah, yeah, like Netflix or Amazon or Apple TV or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
but people love banking on nostalgia, and Skater Boy's pretty nostalgic.
And hey, Skater Boy still gets people going,
Yeah, of course.
especially us white people, man.
uh,
Us white people love Sweet Caroline and Skater Boy.
there's two kinds of.
We're either like Avril Lavigne and crying or Neil Diamond and drinking.
Yeah. So that's happening.
I'm gonna
That's
write a
happening.
movie about based off of Sweet Caroline.
I guarantee you that would get bought. That's
I'm
make a
gonna
movie about an American classic song. Yeah.
I'm gonna email Neil Diamond. Like, hey, what do you think about this?
Uh,
He was a
so
boy, she was a girl.
uh, so we've also we've heard this for like a few years ever since the show ended of Community, but everyone's been like, yeah, there's gonna be a Community movie,
Hmm.
probably. I mean, like everyone's like, I don't know if what like I don't know anything, but Dan Harmon said there's an outline for it and it's been pitched, and that he said it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So it's
Hmm.
been an active development for a long time, and all the actors have known this, but they haven't been able to say anything because they're
Uh-huh.
so early in the process of figuring things out. But Dan Harmon has confirmed that, yeah, there's a storyboard and a pitch and everything. That he said, yeah, it's a matter of when at this point, because he said this is what he said directly. He said, I will now say it's a matter of when. I have been so careful about saying that. It would have been accurate 3 year. It would have been accurate to say 3 years ago, it's a matter of when, not if. So he's known about this for like 3 years,
Hmm.
and everyone's been playing coy because obviously it's all business, but he's finally able to say that. And he said that um, the fan that Instagrams every day about Community, how you can tell them, yes, it's definitely going to happen, but it may be between 1 and 8 years from now. He's like,
God
that's how the
damn.
industry works, especially when you factor in the pandemics and when you factor in pandemics and whatnot. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll put a stump in it. But yeah, that was back then when he wasn't allowed to talk about it. But now he's saying uh, it's way closer, and it's very exciting because something big could happen. Like the community's awesome. They
Community's
could do,
amazing.
when they did event episodes, those were basically like movies themselves. Paintball
Hmm.
episodes, I like bottle episodes felt really cinematic, where they all takes places
Yeah.
in Rome, and they were just really good at telling stories. Like, I just feel so bad what the community, I guess pun intended, went through by having it go to Yahoo and all this stuff, and it just
Yeah,
they just it had a lot of problems
it
during
did.
production.
Yeah, no, I would love a community movie. But it really comes down on like it really comes down on that cast. If they if like
They
'cause
all
that
are
like
there. They're all back. They all did the
I
read
hope
that
I yeah,
reunion
yeah,
reading.
besides
So
Chevy Chase, of course. But uh I just if I mean, because they're all, everybody, like all that entire cast there, like everybody's pretty busy too. You know, Dan Harmon has Rick and Morty, Donald Glover has Childish Gambino in Atlanta, Allison Brie
Atlanta's
has,
done. Atlanta's
yeah,
over. The final
that's
season's already
true.
made.
That is true.
And
I'm not excited for that. I want that show to go on forever.
yeah, I have to rewatch it.
I do too.
Um, I mean, yeah, they
Great
are
show.
all kind of busy. Joel McHale. I mean, they all have shows. Yeah, but
Hmm.
it's a movie. I think everyone would come together for a movie.
Yeah, I would love it. I mean, like Dan Harmon is such a like, regardless of his of his personal shit. You know, he's like, there's a great documentary on him called Harmontown
Mhm.
that is pretty disturbing because you just see like how fucking like controlling that he can be.
Manic is
Yeah, and he's, yeah, no, he's pretty, he can get pretty mean, but god damn it, he's such a great writer. Like
yeah,
he's such a funny, and like his story circle like technique
right.
is fucking brilliant. And his little essays, his this book of all of his essays are fucking hysterical, and he's just such a great writer.
Hmm.
And it's, and hey, the guy wrote Monster House, okay.
Yeah,
um yeah, so I
I've
mean,
been
like
seeing so much footage of that again because it's almost the holiday season
yeah,
of Halloween, and just I really want to rewatch that movie. Who
I
is it
love,
directed by again?
that's directed by Gil Keenan, the guy that ended up doing Poltergeist.
The remake?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He also wrote the new Ghostbusters movie.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, I mean, I think Dan Harmon, whatever he has concocted for it, like I think that I trust him. Even though the sixth season, the fifth and sixth seasons
Like I
weren't
said,
good.
yeah,
But
yeah, because they
I
went
mean,
through hell.
it's not they weren't good. It was just, yeah, it was distracting because you just tell that no one was having nearly as much fun, and just the lack of Troy and Abed. Abed was there, of course, but the way, the lack of their dynamic, and then Shirley leaving, it just didn't really work for me. But
Yeah,
So hopefully with this with the movie they improve on all that stuff. I can already sense like they would be so meta about it because like one of my favorite ongoing jokes in season 5 because Dan Harmon got fired was fired season 4.
Oh yeah.
But one of my favorite reoccurring jokes season 5 was like they'll reference something that happened in season 4 and they're like we don't talk about that.
Yeah, they're like,
Like that was we were all being very weird that time.
yeah. Yeah. That is that yeah, they have good commentary on their own
Oh yeah.
process of how they did it. I could see this movie being something about finding Troy. Like, because he went sailing, he could have
Yeah.
gotten lost on an
Oh
island
my
or
god,
something, and
that
it would
would
have to
be
be all of them
amazing.
trying to find, like, I
That would
think
be
something like that
awesome.
could work,
It's like
especially
it's
because,
like Saving Private Ryan.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So I could see something like that. And there's a lot of people in that show. Don't they have,
Oh yeah.
uh, his name's Giancarlo Esposito? Is that how you say it? Isn't he in that show for a little bit?
Jean
Or am I
I'm
mistaken?
gonna, I'm
Is
gonna have
that's
to.
Gus from Breaking Bad?
Oh, no, Jonathan Banks.
Yeah, he was in it later. Yeah, he was the
Also,
old man
actually,
replacement. I think.
I think he was in it too, though. I think he plays Pierce's brother. I
Oh,
think you're right,
yeah, he plays his brother, I think.
dude. I never knew that Gus was he was in Do the Right Thing. Never fucking knew that.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's the guy that starts. He fucks everything up.
Yeah. Yeah, when we did a scene for that when I was in high school and my friend played that role, I was like, "Hey, that is him. That's crazy."
Yeah, that is one of my favorite movies of all time for sure. Um,
Yeah, he played Gilbert Lawson in Community, the
yeah,
Gus
that's
Fring.
dude. I
So they could
want
have a lot of
to.
people in this movie because there's a lot
Oh
of people
yeah,
that show up in the show. I mean, yeah, I'm excited for
fucking
that.
Garrett. Yeah, dude, they have so many great characters.
So that's exciting.
That is
I
exciting.
hope we get some more of information about that. I
Yeah.
mean it's being pitched, so that's cool. I wonder who would do it. Maybe Netflix because I think Community's on
Uh-huh.
Netflix right now. Um,
Yeah.
but
I find
speaking
myself
of
always watching it.
Community, actually I'm going into this kind of blind. But Chevy Chase was on that, and Chevy Chase is coming back to acting too. I mean, he comes and goes in bigger projects
Hmm.
and smaller projects. He's been acting still for a while, but he's being reunited with Dan Aykroyd. They're doing a
Oh,
movie together based on an R.L. Stine book, which is interesting.
what?
Which makes me think they're not going to be in it that much at all. They're probably just going to be the
Yeah.
older people in a movie about kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
The movie is called Zombie Town, and it's a mystery
Zombie
teen
Town.
romancer. It says they're shooting it now. Let's see if they have a synopsis. A quiet town is upended when young Mike and his friend Amy, yeah, young, so it's about kids, watch a horror movie called Zombie Town and unexpectedly see the title characters leap off the screen and chase them through the theater. Oh,
That sounds fun.
okay. I thought it was going to be like they
That's
realized that the movie's based on their town, but no, I guess the
that's like classic R.L. Stein.
yeah.
Dude, there's a lot of awesome people. Dude, Bruce McCullough and Scott Thompson, the guys from the whitest or not whitest kids, new kids on the block.
Yeah,
Not
kids
new
in the
kids on the
hall.
block. Good God.
Kids in the hall. Right.
Good God. I need coffee.
I haven't heard about them, but I see it. That's what it says. I don't
Oh,
know.
dude, it's amazing. That show's awesome. Yeah, no, that sounds like it could be fun.
It's probably going to
Maybe.
be really downgraded. Like it's not going to be. We're not the audience for it, but hey,
Yeah. Oh,
I'll
yeah.
watch an R.L. Stein movie. I guess it's probably going to
Yeah.
be on Nickelodeon or something like that. I feel like, or
It
whatever.
seems
I
like
don't
it.
think it's going to be in theaters.
No.
Doesn't sound
No.
like it would be.
It says TV movie on IMDb. Oh, he also directed the guy that directed this directed No Malone.
No Malone. That's the one with That's a sequel, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. Nope. It's
No.
this is a one-off movie.
Yeah. And also
What
he
was
did
that? What was that movie that was all about the gnomes? Romeo and Juliet?
Romeo and Juliet.
And that had like a bunch of famous people, right?
Yeah, it was an Elton John movie. Elton John produced
Romeo.
that.
What? And then they made a sequel. No, no,
Yeah, Sherlock Gnomes.
Sherlock Gnomes, which is Johnny Depp.
The greatest cinematic achievement of all time is Sherlock Gnomes.
That was a weird era. That was
That was a weird era.
a lot of people that did it. Like James McAvoy was the main guy in
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet, and who else is in it? Michael Caine. Emily
Oh
Blunt,
yeah.
Jason Statham, Ozzy Osbourne, Patrick Stewart, Hulk Hogan, Dolly Parton,
It's
Stephen
amazing.
Merchant. All these people were in Romeo and Juliet. It was a big one. They had a lot of money for that one. Money laundering, probably. They had to,
Oh yeah.
and then the sequel had James McAvoy and Johnny Depp. He came back as
I just
Romeo.
love that Johnny Depp came on to like what was the pitch?
I don't
Like,
know.
have you seen Romeo and Juliet? Yeah. Well, we got something for yous.
Do you remember a movie called The Ant Bully?
Yeah.
That movie was awesome.
The Ant Bully. Wow, dude. I
It had
remember reading
Nicolas
that book.
Cage, and I was really excited about it because I liked the main kid. He was, I believe, the voice of Aang in The Last Airbender. So I was like, oh, he's doing a movie. And yeah, he did the Ant Bully. I think they made a game off it too and stuff.
Yeah.
That was a cool movie. Also,
That was a good movie.
what is that
I
Freddie
haven't seen a movie
Highmore
in
one?
forever.
I'm thinking of all
Oh
these.
my god, Arthur and the Invisibles.
Yeah, that movie. The first one was good. I
Dude,
like.
no, that was like the weirdest part about the movie is that for some reason the studio decided to call it Arthur and the Invisibles, but the books were Arthur and the Minimoys,
Minimoys.
and they still call them Minimoys in the movie, but for some reason the studio was like, these kids are not gonna understand that. Just
Yeah,
call them the Invisibles.
it's too hard to say. I think they made a sequel and they called it like the Minimoys or something, but I don't remember.
Wow,
There's
dude, dude, just remember when Freddie Highmore was just the shit? He was
yeah.
just everywhere.
Oh, and the Arthur and the Invisibles had like Snoop Dogg in it, and they like made it look like Snoop Dogg,
Hmm.
and like all the animated characters look like the people, which is really weird. And they
Yeah,
had
no,
David Bowie,
I remember when I
Jimmy
first saw
Fallon,
that. Yeah, I remember when I first
Robert De
saw that
Niro.
movie,
Wow.
I was not a huge fan because I really liked those books. That was like I didn't read a lot of books when I was a kid, and like that was I really liked those books for some reason. They were like really short, like the words were nice and big, so I was like I could like read them and weep. But I
Right.
remember when I saw the movie, I was just like, yeah, all that shit. Like I just remember being just like just leaving, just be like, eh.
I liked it a lot. The visuals were cool. And they had a lot of people. Like I said, they had Robert De Niro,
Mm-hmm.
Harvey Keitel, Rob Corddry. His brother played the same role, so he probably wasn't there every day on set. He's like, my brother
Mm-hmm.
sounds like me. He can do it. And they had Anthony Anderson and Jason Bateman. It's like a lot of people were in this movie. Snoop
I
Dogg,
can't
David
believe they
Bowie.
made three of them.
I know. I mean,
That's weird.
interesting.
Yeah,
I kind of remember the second one. I don't think I saw the third one, but
I
yeah,
never
that's
knew that they.
I just went down a spiral of just kid movies. How did we start with
Right.
this? What is
I
it?
don't know.
Oh,
We were
Zombie
talking.
Town, right? Just children movies. Yeah,
We
I
went
don't
from
know.
Zombie Town to dude. Yeah, no, we really went there.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you're, I don't know. I was just thinking about all those childhood movies.
Hey, those are great movies.
um, so we got a new title for the Beverly Hills Cop sequel that's being remade.
What?
Yeah, it's called
Let's talk about that. What is it?
Beverly Hills Cop: Axel Foley. I mean, I guess yeah, we could talk. I mean,
What?
I've only seen the first movie, so I don't know where it goes in the next movies. But what
Yeah,
is this?
no,
The
no.
fourth one, fifth one?
This will be the fourth one.
Interesting.
Yeah, no,
It's
this
probably considered a legacy sequel at this point
yeah,
because when did the third one
100%.
come out?
A 94. I
Okay,
want to
yeah, this is
say.
definitely a legacy then. But
Yeah.
they are starting production really soon, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt joined the cast, and
Oh,
so
really?
did Taylor Page, who was got really
Ah.
popular, I believe, from what's that movie called?
Zola.
Zola. But she
Wow, dude. Yeah,
also,
no, they're really going for this, huh?
yeah, she also just came out in a short film with Kendrick Lamar based on the song "We Cry Together," which I think is worth watching for people who are fans of Kendrick Lamar or even just fans of film. It's one
Hmm.
of his songs, and they acted out and they did everything in one take, and they did the actual vocals in one take. So it's like all recorded live on set, but it
Hmm.
sounds like the recording of the song because it's so well rehearsed and it's like one continuous shot. So I would
Uh-huh.
encourage people to see that short film. We Cry Together
Dude,
by Kendrick Lamar. But yeah.
the guys that directed Arby and Fala, I don't know how to say the guys that directed Bad Boys for Life were supposed to direct it, but they left to focus on back. Oh
Oh
God,
no.
yeah, that sucks for them.
They're like, can we come back? Can we do
Yeah, right.
it?
Mark Molly, those or Malloy is
I've never heard of
I've
him.
seen him. Yeah. Oh, this movie's been like, wow. I had no idea this was like this hardcore in development.
Yeah, they're shooting it like next month or something.
Oh no, it's already been shooting. They started shooting August.
Oh wow. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
$78 million budget.
Hmm.
Wow. Wow.
Uh, uh,
Dude, that is such a terrible title though. Why
it's
call it
I don't
that
know
is
what.
that is odd.
Yeah, I don't know.
Beverly Hills Cop
Maybe.
Axel Foley. That's so weird. Just call it Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Yeah,
What's up with this?
I heard somewhere in Hollywood that the more numbers you add, the less money you'll get. So like you want to avoid that at this point, I guess. That's just like a rule of thumb, I guess, for franchises. You don't want a number anymore
Right.
because you're like,
Oh,
what?
this director has not done anything.
They don't need a good director. They just have.
Yeah.
It's 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 Eddie Murphy. It's Eddie
it's
Murphy. You know,
it's
he doesn't
it's
really. I don't know. I guess I mean they do, but like they don't really focus on a name brand director if it's a name brand actor like that. I feel like
right.
and franchise. So
Yeah, I want to see. They said that there's set photos. I want to see what he looks like.
yeah, you're like
Uh,
I'm FBIing right now. Hold on.
yeah, I want to see what he if this looks like it's worth it or not.
Mhm.
Wow, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, huh? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, good for him. We're good. We can talk. We'll talk about Joseph Gordon-Levitt next week too, because he's got another project that he's attached to that sounds interesting. So
Oh,
look forward
really?
to that. But I think actually next week, I think next week's episode is going to be Disney Plus Day. So there's going to be a lot of Disney announcements and footage and stuff that we can react to. Fingers crossed that we can get that out because it's over the weekend of the 9th
Okay.
to 11th. So it's next weekend, and then we'll talk about it on the Tuesday episode, probably, hopefully, fingers crossed. So look forward to that. But yeah,
I'm
Beverly
gonna be
Top
so
4.
upset if they pull a Coming to America, which they probably are, where they're gonna make it PG-13 instead of rated R. That would be very upsetting.
Yeah, they probably will. Because
That
it's not the
is
90s
sad.
anymore. They don't want to. The 90s were aggressive. I'll say that. I guess it was
Uh,
an. Is it an 80s movie though? The first one.
first one's 80. First one's 80s as fuck.
Okay. 80s is up and down with with that.
Yeah. The first one's one of my favorite movies. I fucking love,
Yeah, I saw the
love,
first one
love,
after your
love it.
recommendation. It was
Uh-huh.
when we used to do homework assignments where we had assigned each other to watch it.
Right.
That was the one of the first ones, and it was really good. I'm really glad I saw it. Wasn't it
Yeah.
supposed to be Sylvester Stallone or something originally?
Yeah.
And then I just watched it through that lens. I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah. No, Sylvester Stallone was like, this is too wacky. Uh,
I remember that.
and
Yeah.
then he tried suing them because there's like stuff that he was like, oh, that's my action scene. It's
Right.
like it's literally a truck going through a building. Dude.
Yeah.
You didn't invent that, buddy.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
That, you just flat faced. That's funny.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's cool. Yeah, no, I man, Eddie Murphy, I've said this multiple times on here. It's just I don't know why he just keep doing original movies. I don't know why he decided like I don't know why he does this. Like it's so weird to me that he
It is
decides to.
interesting. I mean, if I would
It's
feel
obvious that it's
conflicted
money.
about that. Right. I mean, I feel conflicted about, I mean, yeah, Dolomite is My Name was really successful. He should have taken
Yeah.
note from that from the get-go,
Hmm.
but yeah, he took all this recognition that he got from that to revisit things that he's familiar with. And it's an interesting perspective as an actor. Like imagine you had an icon, like as many iconic roles as he did,
Hmm.
like being
Totally.
able to revisit it is very exciting. But
Uh-huh.
as a viewer, it's also like, I don't know. It's kind of it's hit or it's very it's an interesting like situation, kind of like Mark
Yeah.
Hamill returning as Luke Skywalker so many times
Well,
now.
yeah, and like just it's the same thing with Adam Sandler too. Like you see, it seems like Adam Sandler's finally got together enough though, where he's like, I'm actually going to do good movies now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, like he has You People coming out, which is
Could be good.
hopefully that'll be good. We talked about that a little bit last episode.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, him going straight from Dolomite, which was his best
Academy
performance. Yeah.
recognition.
And to going to Coming to America and then going to this, it's like, bruh, come on, man. Like just do. There's got to be people saying, like, you're Eddie fucking Murphy. You got you tell me that no one else is
His next big role is going to be his return as Donkey.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, we're getting that Puss in Boots movie. It's probably gonna. I guarantee you, it's gonna set because Illumination bought the rights to Shrek, so they're making the next Shrek movie, and it looks kind of different.
Oh god, not Illumination.
Yeah.
They're evil. They're evil.
They're doing it.
That's not my Shrek.
Yeah, he kind of looks different. They already have a footage, or they have like a little piece of him at Universal Studios, I believe. There's like an updated artwork. He kind of looks slightly different, but not entirely different. It's kind of weird to look at, actually.
Oh no, yeah, no, I'm looking at it right now. It looks like fucking stupid Illumination shit.
It's very interesting because they're doing a lot. Yeah, they're doing the Mario movie. They're making a lot of projects now, Illumination, outside of Despicable Me and Minions. But
yeah, and Sing.
So yeah, I think Eddie Murphy's going to be doing that next is Donkey, but.
That movie was just on at work the other day. It was funny. I got an idea. I'll just stay with you.
It's been a while since I've seen those, but
I love Shrek. It's so funny though. I think it was on Bravo. They went from Shrek to Shrek 2 to back to Shrek, back to Shrek 2. So even Bravo is like, we're just gonna forget about Shrek the Third and the fourth one that no one can even remember the title.
Shrek Forever After, right?
Oh, Forever After. I see what they did there. That's cute. That's cute.
I get like it. That. You said.
I like that. Hey, dude, I fuck with it. I fuck with it. That's cool. That's chill. I cannot believe that we are living in a world where Illumination is going to take over.
Yeah, Axel Foley. That's the fourth movie. A lot of nostalgia talking about today. Old childhood movies, I guess.
Yeah.
Somehow, I guess we're just reliving those moments right now. We really miss our childhood today.
We do. we just realized how we just had fucking crises on the podcast this week. This week we go through very emotional roller coasters.
Yeah, I mean, I have to end this episode at some point, so I guess I'll just call it around now. That was our episode. The end with Beverly Hills Cop, and we look forward to Eddie Murphy doing other projects that aren't familiar, like do something new, like Dolomite again.
Something new, yeah.
Come on, Eddie.
Do something good, Eddie. Jesus.
But good for Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
I guess
that's a good takeaway. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, that's our episode. Hopefully you come back next week for our Disney Plus Day or Disney Day, I guess. Hopefully they have a lot of announcements. If they don't, we'll only talk about it for a little bit, but that's next weekend. So probably a lot of Marvel stuff to be announced, a lot of other Disney projects, a lot of Star Wars probably.
Yeah,
we'll see. They have a lot of properties, so they'll be probably talking about a lot.
Yeah, they're probably going to.
It's a whole weekend, so.
Yeah, they're probably going to announce that Deadpool 3 is going to be PG.
Oof, that'd be wild. That would be very funny. They could do it in a funny way where they bleep everything and it's kind of like implied, but also that'd be annoying.
That would be very, very weird.
But yeah, that's our episode. Hopefully you come back next week.
Woohoo!
Woo! Yeah. All right, bye guys.
Bye.
Good session.
Oh yeah,
God, baby. It's hot in my apartment. I'm like, I feel like by the beginning of the episode to the end of the episode, I'm just gonna be like, red and like glistening. So it's so hot in here. I'm gonna turn my AC back on.
You look great.
It's so hot.